Inside the trailer, there's actually two tents, smaller tents, are in black canvas bags up towards the front of the trailer. One of them will actually be taken by the rowers up to where the trailer is kept, so that way they have some protection from the rain and the sun. The other one, on a rainy day in particular, or even a bright sunny day, we usually take and put on this side over here. They're just a strict pop-up tent. There's really not much to do. We'll usually put it here on the side, just so people have extra room to sit up underneath it. So that way, basically, we have the big tent, we have one auxiliary white tent, and the other white tent, like I said, goes up to the rowers up at where they keep the boats. Breaking down the tent is a lot easier. First thing needs to be done is we need to remove the stakes that you have the tie downs on, and also the stakes that are holding in the frame itself. Use the hammer that's in the toolbox to sometimes pry them up a little bit. Once you loosen them, you can just pull them straight out because the dirt there is usually pretty loose because it's usually raining. After that, first thing then is to lower the frame. So it's basically kind of what we did before, where you take your levers right here, you put your foot on the bottom. Of course, the side panels are off already. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Take the side panels down, fold them up, put them back in the canvas bag, then grab it. When you flip these levers down, sometimes you need to pull out a little bit. Be careful, watch your hand, because the tent frame will sometimes slide down pretty quickly. If you have your hand underneath it, you will not like what happens. So everybody stand on the bottom plate, hit the peg, kind of pull it out a little bit, and then you can start sliding the tent frame all the way down again. All right, if you get stuck, you need to kind of pull it out and loosen it. Okay, once you get all the way down to the bottom, the next thing you do is to unhook on the inside, because you can't do anything with the tent as taut as this. It's the same kind of lever mechanism. Same rule applies. Do not put your hand directly underneath it, because if you do and it snaps down, and it will snap, it will catch your hand. So go underneath, you'll feel that lever. You want to push it down to the right, and sometimes you actually have to pull out a little bit. You'll feel it kind of disengage. Once you do that, then what you can do, once you snap down that top part, you'll feel the slack. What you want to do at that point is just to walk the frame in just a little bit, and you don't have to do much, just a little bit. Okay, you stop at that point, and then unvelcro it and take the tent off. Just like we did earlier, sometimes you need to get inside the frame to lift it over the center poles. The top of the tent is down, that gets folded up, gets put back in the green bin. As far as the frame, 4 people, just grab it, walk it in towards the center, watch your hands as you get closer. Once it gets in there, it goes back into the canvas bag. Everything gets loaded back on the trailer. Make sure that you bring the tools, make sure the hammer gets back in the box, as long as all those stakes, those should just slide down. There we go. And that goes back in the canvas. Everything is loaded up. When you're loading up the trailer, the large frame has to go in first, and it's because it goes underneath the wood shelving from the back of the trailer. If you look in the bin with the tools, there are pictures of the way the trailer is supposed to be organized. You'll see the placement of that frame. The frame has to go in first before people start putting in cases of soda and Gatorade. Otherwise, that tent frame will not fit, and it has to go in that one position in order to accommodate everything else in the trailer.